Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a 3-way free-for-all on the map Arena Valley Extreme. I'm playing in the bottom right position as the Soviets. Now this is a 3-way free-for-all, which is quite unusual because when you have 3 players it's not always the best, because like two players will fight and then the third player will win because they'll just attack the remaining bases. But the people I'm playing at are called Kiwi Warlord and Kiwi New Zealander, so I think they sort of know each other, so I don't know whether they'll work as a team at all or whether they'll just play it as a normal free-for-all game, and we'll have to wait and see. And what I'm going to do in this match is I'm going to go for Multi-MCV, and the reason that's a very important thing to do in a free-for-all match quite often is because it's going to increase your building speed and allow you to expand very, very quickly. And it's especially important if you're going to be trying to fight maybe multiple opponents. So what you can see immediately I'm doing is I'm getting my infantry out to all the main entry points into my base. And if you want to go straight into multi-MCVs, what you do is you build a war factory and then you build a service depot. Now I made a little bit of a mistake there. I started building my second war factory just out of habit, I think. But yeah, you want to build one war factory, and what you do with that war factory is you use it to build an ore truck while you're building your service depot. And then when your ore truck comes out, your service depot is ready to be placed, and you can start building your MCVs. And it's just up to you how many MCVs you go for. The more MCVs you go for, the bigger the risk. And the reason it's risky is while you're building those MCVs, other teams could be building tanks and they could attack you early on. So it's just all about risk. Now, free-for-all games, you do see multi-MCVs used a lot more. And the reason it's so popular in free-for-all games is because players are less likely to attack each other, and less likely to rush. Because if you rush someone, it compromises your economy, so you're going to be weaker when you start attacking other players. And what you should do is when you place your MCV is pause the building you're building and start building it again, because then what it does is that building you're building benefits from the speed bonus, otherwise it just builds at the same speed it started at. Right, so we've got 3 war factories, so that's going to be good because it's going to increase the speed at which we're going to be building these MCVs. And I'm going to be building ore refineries, because one really important thing you need to try and do when you're doing a multi-MCV strategy is get your economy sorted quickly. If you don't get that economy sorted quickly, then you're not going to be very successful. Because you won't be able to benefit from having those extra MCVs. Right, so you can see I'm getting a bit running out of ore at the moment, because obviously when you increase your building speed, it obviously uses up ore much more quickly because you're still having to pay the same price for those buildings. You're just building them much faster. I've also got tanks being produced at the same time, and I've got 3 war factories, so those tanks are being produced quite quickly at the moment. Now, one thing I should have really done a lot more of, which I haven't done in this game, is I should have done a lot more scouting, because scouting's really important, especially in a free-for-all, because you want to see what your opponents are doing and to know when you're going to be getting attacked. And you can see I'm getting a good economy at the moment. My ore reserves are starting to build up, and once my ore reserves start to build up enough, what I'll probably start doing is building another war factory and get those 4 war factories early. So yeah, you can see it's pretty bad. I've got my radar dome up at the moment and I can't see much of the map at all, so I should have done a much better job there. And what I've seen there is I've seen yellow moving an MCV to the top right hand corner. So I'm going to need to obviously challenge that, because I think yellow are probably going to be dotting around the map, and I don't really want them to do that. My position's quite good locally because I've got 3 big ore patches. And we can see yellow have also got an MCV in the middle, so they're just trying to expand in all areas of the map. Now that's quite a dangerous thing to do in a free-for-all match if you try to expand to all different areas, because you're much more likely to get attacked by different teams, although there are only 3 players in this game. And we've got 4 tanks there, but they're not going to be no trouble. But from my radar dome, I can see I've got more tanks incoming from the top. And yellow playing as the Soviets, they're going to be heavy tanks. And yeah, I've also got some tanks in my base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy that MCV because I don't want them to be able to build those extra MCVs and get established in different places. Otherwise, it's going to make it a lot harder for me. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm not too worried if they destroy a few buildings because I've got those multiple MCVs. I can easily rebuild those buildings. And you can see I've got massive ore reserves at the moment. So I should start building that third war factory once I replace those lost buildings. I'm going to really want that radar dome back because I want to be able to see what's going on in other parts of the map, especially what Cyan are doing. And what you can see at the moment is I'm taking my tanks across the top, and I think we've found Yellow's base. So you can see Yellow's a bit on the defensive at the moment. I've been able to take out that MCV, however we do know they have more. But what we're going to do is try and take out those main buildings. So we've got an ore refinery out, and we're going to get some of these war factories. We've got 3 war factories at the moment, so they're going to have a good production rate. But if we can really get destroy... And what I'm probably going to focus on is the ore refineries most of all, because the ore refineries, if they don't have any ore, they can't build any, you know, tanks. And you can see Cyan are coming on the attack also, so this could be dangerous. And we'll see what Cyan are going to go for. So they've gone for the construction yard. I think that's probably a mistake. I think they should have gone for the Tesla coils first of all. But every MCV they take out means my production speed is going to be reduced. And they've took out quite a number of MCVs. I think I might only have one construction yard left. And I'm going to go for my radar dome as well. So that's going to cut me off from seeing what's going on in other parts of the map. And you can see that Yellow are really hurt at the moment. And I think they do have an extra MCV because we did see that MCV leave the middle of the map earlier on. So they are going to be able to rebuild. And we're just going to try and keep on building those Tesla coils. And it looks like we're going to be able to defend from Cyan at this point in time. But we'll have to see how much Cyan have left at their base, because that's the player we're going to attack next. So what the plan is Yellow are really hurt. They haven't got much left. They're going to need to rebuild. So while they're rebuilding, what we're going to do, you can see they've sold up there. So I think they're just saving up for other parts of my base. And instead of going, I said I was going to attack Cyan, but at this point I think I'm going to need to defend against Yellow because they seem to be incoming with a good number of tanks. And also Cyan are bringing some light tanks in. Now light tanks I think are a big mistake here, because I'm playing as the Soviets, and if you've got Tesla coils, light tanks are very, very weak against Tesla coils because they can be often one-shotted. And we'll have to go and see what Yellow do. I'm surprised they've gone for the bottom part of my base. I thought what they'd do is when they got to the top part of my base, they destroy the buildings there, because I had some important buildings like ore refineries there, and if they destroyed those buildings it would have hurt my ore production. But you can see they're bringing in the tanks in, and also what they haven't done is they haven't grouped the tanks together. And we can see that Cyan have pulled back, which I'm quite surprised of. I thought they'd try and fight it out. Right, so we're going to build our radar dome back. I'm just having a look around to see where Yellow are getting re-established. So can't see anywhere obvious at the moment. And we can see that Cyan have a lot of tanks there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group my tanks together before I go in. And we can see that Cyan are attacking Yellow. So that's a bit of a surprise there. And I think that was a big, big mistake. And the reason I think it's a big mistake is I'm in the strongest position at the moment. And I think in a free-for-all match, you should always aim to attack the strongest player. If you attack weaker players, you're just using your own resources, and those weaker players could help you. So I think that was a big mistake, and you can see I've got a big swarm of heavy tanks now. They've got medium and lights. You have to remember I'm playing the Soviets, so my tanks are going to be a bit stronger. They're going to have more HP, and they're going to do more damage. And you can see we're just tearing apart Cyan's army at the moment. And they should have really moved the tanks around more when they were fighting, which they didn't do. And you can see we're pushing Cyan back at the moment. Yeah, it just looks like Cyan can't respond at the moment, and I think I can see that Yellow's moving around on the minimap, but I'm not too worried about them because they've been well and truly hammered at the moment, and it's going to take them a long time to build up. But you can see my tank forces are getting whittled down a little bit. Cyan's bringing in the reinforcements, which used to attack Yellow's base. And I think this just goes to show, actually, by how much my tanks have been whittled down. If Cyan had kept on attacking me, just me, I think they could have been in with a decent chance, because they could have worked with Yellow. And you can see how few tanks I've got left now compared, fine, fair enough, I've built some MCVs, but I'm still building tanks now from 3 war factories. I should be getting another war factory, really, which I will be doing it soon. I'm just getting established in different places. And you can see that Cyan, there's no way they can respond now, and it's going to be a good game for them. It's inevitable. And the problem for Yellow is not going to be able to build up quick enough because, okay, they're going to have war factories or refineries and stuff like that. They just don't have the infrastructure there. And I'm going to be having the infrastructure to be producing from 4 war factories. And it would take them a long time to release that stage. And that is time that, unfortunately for Yellow, they don't have. And we've got 2 more buildings left, it appears, unless Cyan have got any hidden MCVs anywhere on the map. We'll see. And that's Cyan out of the game, so that's good game. And Yellow have tapped out as well. So yeah, big mistake from Cyan there, attacking Yellow when they had that base in the top left. What they should have done is left Yellow and worked together. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.